Hey fellow Force users and fellow clickers, what is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it is time for episode 3 of season 2 of The Last of Us. Last week's episode was a banger, to say the least. It was absolutely incredible. Obviously, the two main storylines last episode were the horde on Jackson, the horde attack on Jackson, which was so incredibly done and even done better than in the game, I think. And then of course the devastating loss of Joel at the hands of Abby. Yeah, just overall a 10 out of 10 episode. You guys already know how I feel about it. From what I could see, fans were divided on the episode as well. Viewers that have not played the game were quite shocked and didn't see it coming, which I can't say I blame them. Some people didn't like how he died, which I can understand. I think to the people saying Pedro Pascal was the reason I watched The Last of Us and now that he's not in it, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. Respectfully, I think you need to get over it. Here's the thing. First of all, have you ever seen Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones had no hesitation when it came to killing off main characters. And The Last of Us is no different. And I actually applaud the writers for being able to take such a bold move and actually kill off a major character rather than saying, oh, but he's bringing in viewers so we can't kill him off like other shows might do. I think killing him off and now embarking on this story of revenge and justice is, you know, a really risky move, but I think that it is going to be a powerful one for those that continue to tune in. When you see how everything comes into play and what Ellie goes through and what Abby goes through, it's going to change the way you see Joel's death in a way. And not everybody will agree with me on this, but I would not stop watching the show because the main character got killed off. I think it's definitely worth watching, and it's got such an incredible story. This game was so deep and powerful and emotional. That's the experience that I had when I was playing it, and so I think that you're doing yourself a disservice by not watching the show because Joel's no longer in it. This is also one of the reasons why sometimes I don't like when major stars are in a show, because then people get trapped into the whole idea of, well, we have to keep him alive because he's a big actor and he brings in a lot of viewers. And I just don't agree with that, because as much as Pedro Pascal is a great actor, he is not the star of The Last of Us. Joel is. Any criticisms people have, it should be about Joel and whether or not killing him was right for the story. I don't like when shows do that, when they feel like they have to bring major star power into the show to get viewers and then they cannot kill off that character, right? Because then the show becomes more about the star rather than the character that star is portraying. But yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts. You guys can let me know down below in the comments if you agree or disagree. And somehow I forgot to record this part, but without further ado, let's click our way into episode 3 of The Last of Us season 2 and check out what's in store for us. Wow, look at the aftermath there. Oh, that's Joel's body. Oh, just wait till Tommy finds out. Does he know yet? He must know. Oh, this is going to set Tommy off, let me tell you right now. Interesting how Tommy's also got a watch. I don't know why that just feels symbolic for some reason. Because Joel has his broken watch.
Give Sarah my love.
Oh no. Ugh, the heartbreak. Is this a flashback or is this present day in Jackson? It looks like it's present day because Ellie's injured. This is from the trailer. Is she gonna see his body? Oh, damn. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, man. She's gonna really have a hard time with this, especially with how she treated him before his death. Oh, they only show Ellie now. Oh, that hits hard. That's a powerful change for them to do that. Wow.
So can I just...
Almost. I just need you to see one more person, then you're good to go.
Who's she gonna see?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Gail. Huh.
But I was actually wondering about New Year's Eve. You two got into it at the dance. Was that the last time you spoke to him?
No, it wasn't. Please tell me it wasn't. She spoke to him on the porch.
When I got home, he was on the porch, and I should have talked to him, but I didn't.
Is she lying?
I regret that.
Your final moment with someone doesn't define your whole time with them.
It shouldn't, but it often does.
Wait, I can't tell if she's lying. I kind of hope she's lying.
In my last moment with Joel, he said, I saved her.
Oh, it makes sense to her.
Man, I wish I could have let him off the hook for whatever it was he was talking about.
She knows that she's lying. Gil.
If everyone were as healthy as you, what would I do for weed and booze?
She's not buying it. But she let her go anyway. That's my guess. And Ellie's also very likely not doing fine. She's just putting on that act. She's probably going to break down the moment she leaves. Yeah. Here she goes. Please tell me that she went back to the porch though, guys. That looks like her room. Is it? Man, I just feel the same emptiness she's feeling. Like not having Joel there, you can really feel his absence. And sometimes you're not aware of someone's presence until they're gone, right? The watch. The revolver. They're doing a good job with this part. Is she gonna see the jacket? Smell the jacket. Damn. Girl, if you did not talk to him on the porch, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, the acting.
Ellie?
Oh, there she is. She doesn't have to hide in front of Dina. Dina, of all people, is gonna understand.
When they let you out? 30 minutes ago?
Nice.
It's sad how she's like putting on a front when you know she's not okay deep down.
Because I'm about to make you angry.
Dina's the one who wants to go after them, maybe?
I told you I didn't learn anything useful.
Okay.
That wasn't true. I know most of their names. And I know where they're from.
WLF.
And I knew that if I told you where they were, you'd just start pulling your tubes out and crawling on your hands and knees to get there.
I don't give a fuck. You let them get away.
Ellie, you couldn't have gone after them in that state.
He said that there were these small regional groups in the West all trying to fight Fedra, and how stupid it was that they didn't just join together. One of those groups was the Washington Liberation Front.
Wolves.
WLF. Wolf. Fucking morons.
It's kind of clever though, I'm not gonna lie, for her name.
But seeing as how no one's ever mentioned them since, I'm guessing small enough for us to handle.
Oh, that would be a mistake to assume that, as we shall soon see. I want to see them set on their journey this episode. No time to waste. We only got 7 episodes this season.
I gotta think about this.
I don't get where you're coming from. If it had been you, Joel would be halfway to Seattle before the sun came up.
He'd be halfway to Seattle to save my life. Time and time again. And don't talk to me like I didn't know him.
Ooh,
He was my brother.
that's a good point. Careful, Ellie. Respect your uncle.
Come on.
Aww. Okay, so in the game, they hugged inside of Ellie's room. Okay, I guess they're on their way to Seattle. Unless we're seeing a different faction. Are we going to see scars? Why did I have a feeling?
No one falling, all clear. Keep moving.
Oh, that's what the whistles mean. Thank you for letting me know this. This will help me with the game, I bet.
Then can I have a hammer?
I don't know why that reminded me of Ellie asking Joel for a gun.
All right.
Oh, he gave it to her a lot quicker than Joel gave Ellie a gun.
You feel safer?
Yes.
Understand what we're giving you now. Keep you far, far safer than a hammer. Distance.
It's not gonna end well.
From home.
From war.
with the wolves. Oh, that means danger.
Take cover!
Oh, shoot. That's definitely the wolves coming through.
More. Now the right side. Just
I like
the
how
right side.
Jesse's teaching her. It's kind of
That
cute.
side hurts more.
He's like an older brother to her.
Last 5.
Just picture Abby's face on the punching bag.
Corn, some of you have heard me say, is not the easiest crop to grow, but it
Nobody cares about this. Are you going to let them go to Seattle after the wolves or not?
So that was Scott. Next is Rachel.
I will say I don't want them to take too long on this part because I really want them to get going with Ellie going after the wolves. Just because we don't have so many episodes, right? So.
And now you want to send what? You're saying 16 of our best?
You don't need 16. You just need Ellie and Dina and Tommy.
Thank you, Rachel.
Oh, Seth, he's still alive. I was wondering about him. I bet you Seth is going to back Ellie. Watch.
So why wouldn't we want to take our vengeance?
Exactly.
Well,
straight.
Because we're not supposed to.
Oh, never mind.
Forgive and be forgiven.
He's not wrong, though. Because the whole path for revenge is an ugly one.
Our capacity for mercy.
Whatever. On to the next.
Just don't deserve our mercy.
Yes, Seth. Now Ellie's gonna take the steak sandwiches.
Boo-hoo! It's not fair. What, we gotta forgive everybody when they show up and piss in our eye?
Ellie likes Seth now. Plot twist.
Somebody shoots your brother. You want to take the locks off your doors? Grow up!
Okay, Seth. I think Ellie accepts that more than his apology. Last but not least.
And I swear, if someone hurts any of you or the people you love, you can count on me.
Oh, this is a cute speech.
I'll accept whatever the council decides, but I am asking you, do what it takes to see that justice is done.
She's trying to keep it together. Aww.
Thank you.
They look impressed. It's good that she took Jesse's advice. Dina is impressed too. She's like, really? You came up with that on your own? Okay, my guess is that they're going to vote no. But then Maria's going to meet with Ellie privately and give her and Dina permission to go. And Tommy's also going to go.
Yes. No.
I think the no's are leading. I have to recount.
The vote is 8-3. The proposal is rejected.
So I guess maybe Maria and Tommy and Jesse were the yeses.
And is that all guns, or do you have medical supplies in there? No? Well, better not land weird on an ankle or get a fever on your well-charted path.
Map.
Stay off the highways, stay clear of cities or settlements.
I guess she's been studying that the past few months.
Then reassess based on what we find.
That means she's
Travel
coming
light
with
and
us.
smart. Really? Shoot your damn ass off?
Heard that before.
She has.
Yeah, one, how the fuck are we gonna get all of this?
I know, guy.
Thank you.
You know, you could have just asked.
That's a good girlfriend right there.
No, I actually didn't know that.
Or I assume they're girlfriends at this point.
Now you do.
Dina seems a lot more prepared than Ellie is. I don't know how I feel about that yet. But we'll save it for the review portion of the video. Who's with her? Seth? Seth is seeing them off. Stop. That's kind of sweet. Or is he going to give them a rifle, maybe? Or all the supplies Dina was talking about.
Trade.
Rifle.
It's better. Trade.
It's got a scope on it. Ellie, take it. Thank him, Ellie. He's got to be in your good books by now. Come on, what more can the guy do?
Let's get you going.
Come on. To me, yes, what he said wasn't nice, but there's no reason for her to be acting like this towards him at this point. I think he's more than made up for it. Shake his hand, man. I feel like that handshake is to say, I appreciate it, and also, I hope that you make it back alive. Is he limping from when Joel pushed him? Or did he get injured in the attack, I wonder, on Jackson? R.I.P. Joel. What's she leaving at his grave? Oh, coffee beans! I was actually gonna say that. Why didn't I say that when I was thinking it? That's so sweet. That was touching. I feel like the look she gave towards the end there was almost as if to say, I'm not coming back here until I've gotten justice for you. The scenery is really nice. Is it possible they could run into the scars earlier in the show than they do in the game?
It was a little before Joel and I got to Jackson. In Kansas City, he got jumped by this kid, maybe just a couple years older than me.
I remember that.
Let me know if you see any outcroppings or spots with cover.
Why? It looks okay.
Wait, do they know yet why Abby killed Joel? They don't know, do they?
Holy shit, that came on fast.
How the fuck did you know that was gonna happen?
Why do I feel like we could have like a particular scene here? Like for the gamers, the weed scene that we didn't get in the show, I feel like we could get something similar now. To be honest, that should be the last thing on their minds though. They should be alert at all times. And also, I feel like one of them should be keeping watch while the other sleeps. Wouldn't that be the safer way to do things?
Okay, but I have a stupid question.
How would you rate our kiss?
It's about New Year's.
That's what she's gonna ask her. I knew it. This is the show's version of the game's weed scene.
I mean, whatever, you were super high.
And you were drunk. How would you rate it?
Is this really the time for this, Adina?
You can go back to Jesse.
I already did.
Oh, shoot, her heart's breaking right now. That's tough. I don't know, I'm getting kind of nervous. I feel like they're gonna be ambushed or something. Okay, my prediction is this episode is gonna end with them getting captured or something. Because things are too calm right now, you know?
Ellie? It wasn't that high.
Talk about mixed signals, Dina.
Maybe 10 miles. In theory, we'll come out near Highway 5, just north of the city.
What's that? Dead body. A scar. That means the wolves came by there. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good. These two have absolutely no clue what they're walking into. Don't walk off, Dina.
Dina!
She sees something worse over there.
This is just...
Okay, for non-gamers, just fast forward the next 10 seconds of my video. I think there's another reason why Dina's vomiting. There's a bunch of dead bodies. Yup. The wolves just went through there and took them all out. Is she gonna see the wolf symbol somewhere maybe? The two of them got killed. I wasn't expecting that. Oh snap. And she's with her hammer. I could have sworn we saw more of them in the trailer unless it was a flashback. But you gotta be so careful with this because remember in season 1, the Raiders, Kathleen's faction ambushed Joel and Ellie by piling up the cars in such a way that it forced you to go one way.
Wow. Fucking Seattle. Pretty.
Oh, that looks so identical to the game. Where's the camera panning to? This is a wolf, I bet. Manny.
Yeah, go ahead.
They've been spotted.
You can move up.
Is this a wolf vehicle? A tank? These guys are strapped, and Ellie and Dina think that there's only a few of them. Oh, shit. Oh, man. These guys are so deep with the numbers. They have no clue what they're getting into. I have to be honest with you guys, I don't know that I was the biggest fan of that episode. But before we get into why, I'll start off with the pros. I really liked how they showed the immediate aftermath of Joel's death, the impact it had on the community, and most importantly, Ellie. The hospital scene was very touching and I think very necessary as well. In the game, we see Ellie a bit more later on go through a lot of PTSD and regret and guilt, and so I think that the show is kind of setting up for that. The whole house scene too, I like that they kept that in the show. That was also in the game. I really liked what they did with Seth in this episode, actually. I did not expect that. The way that he spoke up for Ellie at the meeting and the way that he saw Ellie and Dina off. Not only is he committed to their cause, but he also, I think, is really sorry for what he had said to them on New Year's Eve. And so that just makes Seth seem a lot more genuine, in my opinion. I really like Gail as well. I think she adds a lot of much needed humor into the story. The Last of Us, especially part 2 of the game, is kind of depressing, for lack of a better word. It's depressing, it's tragic, it's emotional, it's deep. So anytime we get the opportunity to get some humor, I am all for that. I also like that they gave a little bit of backstory with the scars. We saw what happened to them moments before the wolf attack, and I like that they did that. It kind of humanized the scars a little bit more. I don't agree with their ways at all in the game. They do some really horrific things, but it's safe to say that they're not necessarily all like that. You have innocent members as well, like the young girl, and so that whole scene was really heartbreaking to see the father and daughter converse in the way they did, and then only to see their bodies at the end of it all was really tragic. And it's just a reminder of, again, how temporary life is during these times in The Last of Us. I also love that they gave some context to what the whistles mean. That is amazing. All right, so now for the cons. I definitely found this episode to be a lot slower paced, especially compared to the last episode. I personally am not a fan of when shows do this, when they have like a really spectacular action-packed episode and the next episode they just slow it right down. I would rather just continue on the high, you know? And I didn't expect it to be as action-packed as last week's episode, but I think that if there were a few action scenes, or at least one big action scene, I would have liked that better. Part of the problem is that they spent a long time on the whole meeting and leading up to the meeting. We only have 7 episodes this season, right? And there is so much ground to cover. There's a lot more story to get through, and I just feel as though every minute of runtime really needs to be used wisely here, and I'm not 100% sure that it was this episode. Certain scenes I think were necessary, like Ellie's hospital scene, for example, her going to Joel's house, all that was fine. And they even could have had the meeting, but I think they could have just condensed it a little bit more. I feel as though the episode could have ended on a cliffhanger. I mentioned it during my reaction, but if something happened, they suddenly became under attack, or they suddenly got ambushed, they as in Ellie and Dina, and then that's how the episode ended, it would definitely leave me wanting more and eagerly anticipating next week's episode. Instead, the ending kind of felt a little bit lackluster. I mean, you saw how deep the wolves were in terms of numbers, but I don't know. It just didn't really seem like that much of a powerful ending, like a wow moment. The other thing I didn't really like so much is how unprepared Ellie seemed with the whole wanting to go after the WLF. In the game, it was much different, and I know some of you who haven't played the game are going to be thinking, oh, but you have to get over it, this is not the game, this is the show. But obviously the show is based on the game, and I played the game, so obviously I'm going to compare it to the game. What else would I compare it to, right? Them not being aware of how big the wolves are as a faction is fine. I wouldn't expect them to know that. But what kind of bothered me was how, for example, when Dina went to go check on Ellie and saw that she was packing up all her weapons, and she started asking Ellie all these questions. Do you have this? Do you have that? how are you going to embark on this journey with no medical supplies? What happens if you get sick? And it just really made it seem like Ellie was completely unprepared, whereas in the game, Ellie is a lot more prepared. She brings all these necessary things with her, both her and Dina do. They both feel a lot more like equals in the game. Strong, capable, young women that know how to handle themselves, but the only unfortunate part is that they don't quite know exactly what they're getting into. Whereas in the show, it kind of seems like Ellie is like this unprepared child that just wants to avenge her father but has no clue what she's doing, and she has to be led by Dina. That's the part that kind of bothers me.
And is that all guns, or do you have medical supplies in there? Better not land weird on an ankle or get a fever. Approach Seattle from the east, then reassess based on what we find. Travel light but smart, but you're not crossing open country in fucking chucks.
I've done it before.
No chucks. Question.
Hey. What do you need? Oh, I can go get it. I want to do it. Okay.
Figure something else out on the way. A car or a horse or something.
Okay.
Pretty sure we're here. Ah, nice. We'll mark it up as we go. How many WLF you think there are anyway? Well, at least 8. If we're lucky, that'll be it. We'll be fine. We should stay alert, stock up while we can.
In the game, they seem more as equals. In the show, it seems like Dina has to take care of Ellie, sort of. I don't know if anybody else got that feeling so far. In the game as well, Ellie and Tommy have a conversation early on, just the two of them, about going after Joel, to which Tommy's hesitant to do because he says that he doesn't want to leave Jackson vulnerable. Tommy is actually the one that tells Ellie, you don't know how many people the wolves are. You don't know what you could be getting yourself into. And then Ellie says, I don't care.
You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
But I kind of like that Tommy mentioned that to her, because it at least lets her know, and it lets us as the audience know, that Ellie is aware that they could be far larger in numbers, but she doesn't care because all she cares about is getting revenge for Joel. Whereas in the show, it's like she has no clue at all, almost like nobody even brought that idea up to her about, hey, these guys could be huge, you don't know what you're getting into. Just little things like that I think were done better in the game. The radar kiss scene as well, so that happened in the game, but it happened before Joel's death. So rather than Jesse and Ellie being the ones to find the weed lab, in the game it was Ellie and Dina. They sat down, they smoked weed, and then that's when they started talking about the kiss. I kind of like that better in the sense of that whole scene happening before Joel's death rather than while they're on their journey, just because I don't feel like they should be letting their guard down so much. Even the way they were both sleeping at the same time, you would think that one of them would stand watch while the other sleeps, just so that they're aware of their surroundings, because at any time they could get ambushed, they can get jumped on. And so I don't know, it kind of just felt like not smart of them to do that, basically. And I don't know that Ellie and Dina from the game would let their guard down to that degree. They would only talk about something like that when they knew they were in the clear and they checked all their surroundings. I do appreciate that they tried to include that scene though, because that was, I like that scene personally from the game, so it's nice that they at least put it in the show. But yeah, like I said, I think I would have preferred that happening prior to Joel's death rather than right now while they're on their way to Seattle. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on this week's episode of The Last of Us. As always, you let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode, whether you agree with some of the things I said or whether you feel differently. And as always, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for an all new episode of The Last of Us. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.